Did you ever hear the one that eating while watching TV is really bad for you and causes lots of problems? Hi, this is Ask Dave Anything. My name is Dave Sheahan, and this is my daily YouTube show where I answer questions from one of my social media followers, hoping to give you great tips, clear confusion, educate you, hopefully motivate and inspire you as well. Today's question comes from Pippa Terry, who's in Liverpool in the UK, and she sent me a Snapchat message, and she said it was actually based on a snap that I had where I was watching a Gary Vee video while I was eating, and I'm saying I was watching it while I was eating for positive mind feed and productivity and so on. So she's saying, isn't it true that you shouldn't eat while you're watching something, watching TV, because it leads to over consuming of food, not chewing it, and it's just not good for your health overall? So very good question and very good point to bring up. Now, as I replied to Pippa, it comes down to discipline more than anything. You know, if you take it on a basic level, you know, watching something while you're eating, there's nothing wrong with that. However, what does happen to people is they have an association with when they're watching something like watching TV, especially over a period of time, they need to be eating. And it's like going to the cinema. When people go to the cinema, they eat a load of food, and they often might even go and get more food, or they get a huge stash of stuff at the very start. I know I myself used to do that many years ago when I went to the cinema. So people do overconsume. There's lots of research and studies that prove that. I remember there's a TV program before that even showed people in a cinema with certain foods and then other foods or certain quantities or something, but it end result was there's mass overconsumption. Also, if you're watching something and focusing on something like the TV or whatever it might be, you're not concentrating on your chewing, so you may not chew as much, you might just swallow. So these are all definitely valid points. However, it does come down to discipline. It's like for me, I decide what I'm going to eat, I make it, I prepare it, have it ready, then I'll go and I might watch a YouTube video. So I'm eating just that amount. It isn't that I go after and go, here, I'm going to eat more and keep watching and watching. Like, I'm quite a disciplined person. So if I'm watching something while I'm eating, it's while I'm eating, and when I'm finished eating, that's the end of it. I'm on to the next thing and so on. So it depends, again, on how disciplined you are, you know, and how productive you are with your time. The chewing thing, again, it's a disciplining thing. We need to appreciate we have teeth for a reason. We need to break down the food, otherwise it's going into our stomachs in an undigested state, which puts a lot more load and pressure on our bodies. So you just have to get in the habit of chewing, you know, and again, not just be numbed by the TV. So it's valid to say that you shouldn't watch any TV or anything. Just concentrate on eating, concentrate on chewing, concentrate on just having what's in front of you. However, you know, if we were to be so anal about these things, it would be quite miserable. Like, I know people who purposefully chew maybe 100 times or something like that, every mouthful. While that's more effective from, it's nearly too far, too anal. Personally, that's my belief. Other people might think it's fantastic. Like, it's fantastic again for your body, but I just think it's a bit too far, a bit over disciplined, and not typically a sustainable way of living for most people. And I'm very much about what's sustainable, what's realistic from a lifestyle point of view. So, in answer to the question, if you're disciplined and you can have control, there's nothing wrong with watching something while you eat. But if you're not, you know, maybe you are better off to maybe listen to something, or, you know, just talk. That's what meals used to be. Sit down and talk. That's all it was before TV. And eat. Focus on your eating. But as I said, don't go to the extreme of you need to really focus so much. You're chewing a certain number of times and so on. If you've got a personal opinion on this, or information or experience, right, put it below. I'd love to hear it. And also, please share this video if you feel it will add value to somebody else. And make sure you watch these other episodes you see on the screen of Ask Dave Anything. I hope they add value to you. Comment the questions below. Look forward to speaking to you tomorrow for our next episode.